Good morning and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm Meat Cleaver.
And today is Moon's Day, also known as Monday, July 25th, 2022. Starting us off in the year 306, Constantine I was proclaimed Roman Emperor by his troops. Alright, voted in by the military. Look at that.
How about that, huh?
Yeah. And doing a significant time jump here, roughly like 1,300 years. I'm not going to do the precise math on that, but
No.
1,300. Yeah, a while ago, Portuguese forces under Afonso de Albuquerque first assaulted the prosperous trading city of Malacca in the Malay Peninsula. Where is the Malay Peninsula? Let's see here. Malay Peninsula.
Somewhere around Portugal.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand.
Yeah. I see the Gulf of Thailand here, and then the something sea. If maps will work. Come on. You know what, I'll just go to images. Yeah, no, it's south of Thailand.
Oh,
So right here.
okay.
Well, that's interesting. And
We're
what was
a long way
that?
from
Portuguese. Home. Yeah. Well, actually, the Portuguese had some colonies in like the southeastern Asia and stuff.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Same with France. France owned Vietnam.
Yeah.
So, 1547, Henry II of France was crowned.
Good for him.
I don't know. That looks more like a hat to me. He was hatted, you know. 1564, Maximilian II succeeded his father Ferdinand I as Holy Roman Emperor. And he got hatted too. Actually, it looks very similar.
Looks like it was somewhat popular. Hats were popular.
Oh, well, no, I mean, like, you know, like, look,
Yeah.
they have, like, you know, that shape, you know, they have the brim and then it goes out.
Yeah.
Then they have the poof. You know, there's another rendition of the hat and the poof right there. You know?
Entirely different, but we still have the same name.
But see, like, you know, it's the same general
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And then here, too.
Hat and a
So,
poof.
hat and a poof. It's a unipoof, you know? You know, there's the double poof and then there's unipoof.
Then
So,
there's the hair poof.
yeah. 1570, during the Battle of Arnay-le-Duc in the Burgundy, Huguenot victory forces Charles IX of France to agree to a peace treaty that ended the Third War of Religion. Oh, good. Then, about 23 years later, in 1593, France's Protestant King Henry IV converted to Roman Catholic faith.
Converted.
Yeah.
Well, they did that then.
Yep. And see, between his beard and his collar, like, and
No hat.
the paleness of the skin, well, like, you know, no hat. That's another point deduction there. But, you know, at first glance, it looks like he has an epic double chin going on.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm Henry Turkey Neck.
Quadruple chin.
Yeah, more chins than the Chinese phone book. 1745, during the Jacobite Rising, Bonnie Prince Charlie landed on Eriskay in Hebrides. Alright. Ooh, a document. Okay. Magna Carta. Ooh.
Oh.
1775, Maryland issues currency depicting George III trampling the Magna Carta. Ooh. That's a strike.
now?
Maryland issued currency, you know, so
Oh, okay.
so money
Okay. Yeah.
depicting George III, which was the tyrant king, trampling on the Magna Carta.
Wow.
That's a statement.
Oh, on your money.
Eesh. 1797, Horatio Nelson lost more than 300 men and his right arm during the failed conquest attempt of Tenerife in Spain.
So he missed the men more or his right arm more?
Well, let's just hope he can operate both hands, if you know what I mean.
I don't want to know. I know, but I don't want to know. I can't unknow.
I can't unknow. 1799, French-Egyptian forces under Napoleon I defeated the Turks at the Battle of Abukir.
Defeated the Turks.
Yep, defeated the Turks. Then in 1814, English engineer George Stephenson introduced his first steam locomotive, a traveling engine designed for hauling coal on the Killingworth wagonway named Blucher. Well, look at that.
That is.
That
1814.
1814.
Okay.
Yep. 1822, General Augustin de Libertide. No, that's Ibertide. Iturbide. Blah 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 blah. Crowned Augustin the first emperor of Mexico. So Iturbide. So Augustin de Iturbide.
Iturbide. Let's all give an interpretation here. Call in, please. Let us know.
I don't think we can. 1830, Charles X signed the July Ordinances suspending freedom of the press, among other effects. Uh-oh. That does not sound good.
No, not at all.
In 1854, Walter Hunt was awarded the first U.S. patent for a paper shirt collar.
Really?
So, the collar going up there. Yeah.
Paper, though.
Yeah.
Wasn't part of the shirt at all.
No. But then, eventually, because cloth isn't rigid, and this is before, all the pressing starching. And everything. Yeah, starching. Yeah. God, that must have been uncomfortable as hell.
Oh, man.
And, it's paper, so it's going to get wet. It's just going to get all soggy right there on your neck.
Or sharp on your neck on the edge. Come on.
Yeah. Well, have you seen what the Chinese military do?
No.
They put pins in the collars, so if you even slightly hunch, or you're supposed to be upright, pillar of strength. If you even slightly, it pokes into your neck. Actually, let me pull up a picture of that, just so people see. Chinese.
No meaning do I get the point?
Pins and collar. Yeah. Come on. Well, you can see right here, though, can you? I'm clicking on it. The internet's taking.
I see it. Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
Here we go. You can see here's the side shot. Yeah. And then you can see the other one out of focus right here.
Yeah.
The gray thing. But yeah, if they even so much as, and you can see he must have dragged it or something, because that looks like a scar right there. I don't know. But yeah, talk about sheesh, dude. Sheesh. Anyway, 1866, speaking of militaries, Ulysses S. Grant was named the first general of the Army.
I didn't realize he was the first general.
Yeah. Of the official Army, politics, official stuff.
Yes, that's
because,
the U.S. Army.
Well, technically, the U.S. Army is older than the U.S. because it started off as the Continental Army and then it just got grandfathered in.
Yeah, it did, but it wasn't the U.S. Army.
But it became the U.S. Army, so it's the same entity, just different name.
True. I'll give you that.
Very much like Facebook, and Facebook has become Meta, and how Google, reformed themselves. They rebranded into the Alphabet Corporation. Remember, I told you that Google has an owner? Mm-hmm. They don't. Their owner is actually themselves. I was fooled. They rebranded themselves and formed the Alphabet Company, and then had the Alphabet Company take ownership of Google. But the Alphabet Company was primarily made up of executives that formerly worked at Google. So they got a side promotion or something.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. It's just, because on paper now it's something else, now you have to look at it differently. Like how everybody's always,
There's an angle.
Yeah, there's an angle. Anyway, 1902, 3 years after winning the title from English boxer Bob Fitzsimmons, U.S. champion James J. Jeffries, Triple J, repeated the dose with an 8th round knockout in San Francisco for the heavyweight crown. Dang.
He doesn't look like a heavyweighter, does he?
Well, he looks a little heavy, but
maybe he does.
But, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, with his shirt like this, it looks like he has a bit of a belly. It's coming down. Maybe it's the angle. I don't know, but he looks heavy set. But don't judge a book by its cover. People.
No.
Speaking of, lumberjack people, in 1914, last day of club cricket for English legend W.G. Grace at age 66, makes unbeaten 69 runs for Eltham against Grove Park. Well,
we're going to give him a pass on cricket just for the beard.
Yeah, that beard is his only saving grace.
Yeah.
He doesn't look pleased about it, but still.
Well, he can't. He's a cricket player.
And he's also dead.
That doesn't help. You're not going to be happy.
Or, well, you'd be surprised at that one guy, oh, I'm dead?
Yeah.
Like, that picture.
What?
1933.
Steinbrenner.
Yeah. 1933, the first Dutch live radio concert occurred for Duke Ellington.
Yeah.
1936, jazz saxophonist Charlie Bird Parker married his childhood sweetheart Rebecca Ruffin. Lucky guy. Most romances don't start off like that, you know, or well, continue at least. 1941, FDR banned selling of benzene / gasoline to Japan. Yep. In 1943, Benito Mussolini was dismissed as the Italian premier and arrested on the authority of King Victor Emmanuel III. So this is when they got rid of him.
Yeah.
So, 1946, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis staged their first show as a comedy team at the 500 Club in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Aren't these the two you were talking about the other day when we were walking?
Huge stars.
Yeah.
Ended up, all their movies, everything were blockbusters. They were just talk of the town, kings of the town, I guess. And they broke up.
Dang. 1949, St. Louis Cardinals Stan Musial hit for the cycle beating BKLN 14-1. Brooklyn?
Brooklyn, yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn. Okay.
Brooklyn Dodgers.
Oh, okay. Why don't they just type in Brooklyn? What's BKLN? Who knows what BKLN is? It's weird. Brooklyn.
They called him Stan the Man. What was it? Stan the Man.
From Pakistan?
Stan the Man Unusual. And there was a Dodger had a player, Stan. I forget what his name was. Stan something, and they called him Stan the Man Unusual because he's weird.
What was that the other guy? Was it a basketball player or something, like from West Virginia or something? Like,
oh, yeah, you're talking about
some guy from some springs or some river or brook or
Zeke from Cabin Creek.
Yeah, that
Jerry West.
Creek. Yeah, okay.
That was his name out of college, I guess. Zeke from Cabin Creek.
That's weird, but okay.
But he's the logo.
He's the NBA logo.
He's the NBA logo. Jerry West.
Which, I've talked to you about this before, but since we're on camera, would you support a rebranding of that logo and with the added stipulation, but instead of just, what we have now representing the whole thing, how about that silhouette of Kobe Bryant doing that for the West and then Michael Jordan doing that for the East?
No.
No?
No, I'm an old timer when it comes to stuff like that. Keep it original. Keep it original. Of course, Jerry West, I grew up with him, great player, one of the all-time greats. No, don't mess with it.
Yeah. True.
And then you dilute it. You dilute the image. That's their image.
And something I didn't even think about, but that could go along with all this SJW crap because you're replacing one white guy with two blacks.
Yeah.
Well,
whatever. Yeah.
Well, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So.
Why those two? All the greats. Why those?
Well, because Kobe Bryant's a Black Mamba, and Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, you can use Shaq, you can use Yao Ming, but think about how powerful and influential they were.
How about just putting a Chinese flag behind them or something?
Well, if you're going to use LeBron James, then yeah. 1961, in a speech, John F. Kennedy emphasized that any attack on Berlin is an attack on NATO. Whew. 1961 as well, Roger Maris hit home runs 37, 38, 39, and 40 in a doubleheader. Dang.
What year was that? 61?
61.
I think that's the year he beat Babe Ruth's record of 61. He hit 61 home runs. Babe Ruth held the record at 60, and Maris hit 61 that year.
When did Maris break Ruth's record? Why is my internet so slow? Okay, well, while that's loading... Oh, here we go. October 1st, 1961. You're right, so we're going to come up to it.
Yeah.
Here. Moving on up into 1965, Bob Dylan was booed by sections of the crowd at the Newport Folk Festival for performing with an electric car, beginning of folk rock.
Yeah. Yeah, they did not like the electric guitar coming in took the purity out of it as far as they were concerned. Which they have a point. It's a new era.
I mean, you're taking something acoustic and putting, or taking something, what's the word? Analog and making it digital, essentially.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's a new era, a new form, and it didn't take take away from the old form. It was just another form of it.
It's other thing.
Yeah.
You know, just another rendition of it. Moving on up into 1966, Mao Zedong swam the Yangtze River. Who cares? Why do we care? Why is this even highlighted?
Now, had he drowned in it, you know, that would be
I would be happy.
Newsworthy.
So, yeah. In fact, Xi Jinping should go take a dip in the Yangtze River. You know?
It's too contaminated.
That's why I'm saying he should.
Yeah, see how he likes it.
Hopefully he won't come out. 1966, the Supremes released single You Can't Hurry Love. Well, you can sure buy it. 1966 as well, Yankee manager Casey Stengel was elected to the Hall of Fame.
Good for him.
Elected, though. He didn't get it. He was elected.
Well, they're always elected. That's the only way you get in is by
Okay. I thought he was elected for, like, a potential or something. I don't know.
No, he's elected good.
Okay. 1968, Pope Paul VI published encyclical Humani Vitae, or of Human Life, which rejects any artificial forms of birth control. Okay?
Yeah. In other words, don't take the pill.
Yeah. 1969, 70,000 people attended Seattle Pop Festival across a total of 3 days. Performers included Bo Diddley, Flying Burrito Brothers, 10 years after, Guess Who, Santana, Tim Buckley, Birds, Ike and Tina Turner, Review, Chicago Transit Authority, Chuck Berry, Led Zeppelin, and The Doors.
70,000 members. Holy cow, but that's over 3 days. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Then also in 1969, Edward Kennedy pled guilty to leaving scene of an accident a week after the Chappaquiddick car accident that killed Mary Jo Kopechne. He looks like a weasel.
Powerful man.
His face looks very punchable, though.
Another Kennedy. I think that killed him being elected president, to tell you the truth.
3 years later, 1972, the 43rd MLB All-Star Game at Atlanta Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. National League beats American League 4-3, with the most valuable player being Joe Morgan of the Cincinnati Reds, second baseman.
Joe Morgan, haven't heard that name in a while.
He has a little bit of the hat in the poof.
Yeah, a little bit.
Slight poof. You know.
So 72. You gotta have a poof.
Yeah. 1973, George Harrison paid £1 million pound tax on his Bangladesh concert and album. Wow. Pounds.
That's just a tax.
And but you know what? I don't think there's any other person who's lost so much weight at one time. You know.
What?
1 million pounds. We use freedom units in America.
Can you imagine carrying 1 million pounds in your wallet?
God. That's a fat ass right there. Badonka-donk! 1975, RCA released David Bowie's single Fame with cameo appearance by John Lennon. John Lennon.
Talent, that guy.
Yeah. Why does he look like... I think I brought this up to you before. He looks like Macaulay Culkin when he was like high on crack. Have you seen that?
I don't know about that, but yeah.
No, hold on.
Okay,
like,
yeah,
you remember who
I know
Macaulay
what
Culkin was, right?
Of course. I see what you're going with.
Macaulay Culkin. Have you seen his adult picture?
Probably, but you know, don't follow him particularly, so I don't.
Here we go.
Whether he's a kid.
No, I'm trying to find that one picture. Macaulay Culkin drug. Here we go. This picture is what I'm referring to. Like, look how wired out he looks.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like, here we go. It's still loading, but you can kind of see. But
He look anemic.
But it's the same angle. Like, you know, it's the same angle.
Yeah.
He's cleaned up a lot since then. I've seen him more recently, you know, and stuff. But man, for a while, like, he just really he did not look like he was gonna make it. So, which, speaking of, I'll talk to you after the show. 1978, Cincinnati Red Pete Rose set NL record, hitting in 38 consecutive games. Wow.
Now he's banned from the Hall of Fame and everything else. I don't know if they took his records away from him or not. I don't think so.
Did we talk about why he got banned before? I remember we talked about somebody.
I think we did. Yeah, he for gambling on baseball.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a very valid reason. Also in 1978, John Linden formed rock group Public Limited Image. Okay. And also in 1978, Robert Granville Bob Lemon replaced Billy Martin as Yankee manager.
Who cares?
Somebody does.
Yeah.
Pardon me. 1982, U.S. Open Women's Golf at Del Paso Country Club. Janet Anderson shot final round 68, -4, to claim her only LPGA Tour win, 6 strokes ahead of Beth Daniel, Donna White, Joanne Carner, and Sandra Haney. All right. 1 year later, 1983, Megaforce Records released Metallica's debut album, Kill 'Em All. Wow, that's aggressive. So,
yeah.
1985, spokeswoman for Rock Hudson confirmed he had AIDS. Wait.
Yeah.
A spokeswoman?
Okay.
He?
A spokeswoman for Rock Hudson confirmed she had AIDS.
Okay. That.
Yeah.
My
he was
brain,
gay.
My brain immediately started doing the liberal jumble, and I'm just
Great
like.
secret at the time for Rock Hudson.
Oh.
In earlier years, because he was a heartthrob of Hollywood, and there's a big secret that he was gay.
Oh, so you weren't making a joke? He was actually gay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I thought you were just making a joke because of where my brain was going.
No.
Oh.
No.
Wow. We are not on the same line. 1990, Casey Royal, George Brett hit for the cycle. Okay.
Do you know what the cycle was? We've talked about this. This is test time. Come on. This is just
playing
pass or no pass.
Playing one position the whole, like one of every position the whole game, or
hit. Hit is the key word.
Oh, one of every hit.
Hit for the cycle.
Okay.
Base hit, double, triple, home run.
Wow.
In one game.
Dang. 1990 as well, Roseanne Barr sung the national anthem at Cincinnati Reds San Diego Padres MLB game. Test time? Are you kidding me? You're going to quiz me on sports? Are you out of your mind?
I just want to know, how can you know so much, and it comes to sports you know so little? I guess that brain can't hold everything, huh?
No, but do you understand astrophysics?
Not at all. So there we go.
And that's the difference between you and me. 1993 Federation Cup Women's Tennis, Frankfurt, Germany. Spain won second title with 3-0 win over Australia. Aranza Sanchez Vicario clinched victory with 6-2 and 6-3 win against Nicole Provis.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look, it's Thanks.
Film release. Thanks.
T. Hanks, thanks.
Oh.
1993 romantic comedy film Sleepless in Seattle was released, starring Tom Hanks, Mr. Thanks, and Meg Ryan, or Marion. Directed by Nora Ephron, or Nephron. Nephron.
Wow, is this where we're going with everything now?
Just a theme for that one article.
Good.
Well,
I'm keeping you to that.
I can keep it going if you want.
No. You made a commitment. One article only.
1993 Tour de France, Spaniard Miguel Indurain, or Miguel made its 3 straight tour titles. Dejam Molidine. Oh, fuck. Abdul Japarov point winner.
Oh,
God.
But that was my favorite moment, just so you repeat that name.
Also known as Ab 1997, Autumn Jackson found guilty of trying to extort $40 million from Bill Cosby.
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa.
Wow. Why?
I have no idea. $40 million worth.
Also known as Cosby. Oh, hey, look, it's Armstrong. 1999, 86 Tour de France. Lance Armstrong won his first of 7 consecutive Tour de France titles, but was later disqualified for drug cheating. Get off of him! God damn! This guy is just getting reamed.
They will put nothing in here without a footnote of him being a druggie.
Dude, this guy is on the floor bloody, and like my source is just like, I ain't here no bail. My God, he's already dead. Stop it. You know? Damn.
He was the only guy doing steroids, right? I'm sure. Everybody else was clean in that sport.
Well, no, they have said that. Haven't 2 entire things been completely scrubbed because nobody won?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far that we reported, to my knowledge, 2 entire, championships, there's no winner because they all were doping.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a serious problem.
Yeah.
2004 British Senior Open Men's Golf Royal Porch Rush. Pete Oakley won by 1 stroke from fellow U.S. Tom Kite and Eduardo Romero of Argentina. 2010 British Senior Open Men's Golf at Carnegie City. See, he kind of has a hat and a poof. It's just the poof's coming out of his top, you know. Bernard Langler of Germany won by 1 stroke from U.S. citizen Corey Pavin. Also in 2010, British TV series Sherlock debuts starring Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, created by Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss.
Have you ever heard of Sherlock?
Yes.
Oh, never heard of it. Why are you looking at me like that?
Sherlock Holmes?
No, the series. The TV series Sherlock.
Yeah, it's based off of Sherlock Holmes.
I get that part, but I've never heard of the series.
Well,
and
it's
we've got
British.
it here as a moment. Well, that's true. Okay, it never came here, I guess, huh?
No, but I've known about it.
Well, you did know about it, see? Well, maybe it could have been here. We don't know.
Well, eventually it did, but, like, it's a British series. I mean, you could catch it on Netflix or something, you know? Like, the IT Crowd, you know, back when I was friends with Comron. The IT Crowd, we watched it all the time. We were watching it on Netflix or Hulu or whatever. But that's a British sitcom.
Gotcha.
So, and then Mom loved that British show with Richard, you know?
Richard?
Keeping Up Appearances?
Oh, yeah. There's Upstairs, Downstairs. That's a huge series.
But you remember with the old people? You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on up into 2014, both Israel and Hamas reviewed the U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry's proposal for an immediate ceasefire and meetings in Cairo. John Kerry. God. He won't quit, will he?
Save the world. Yeah. Except for China. You can let them go.
And he's also a flip-flopper. Oh, I got 3 Purple Hearts. You shot yourself, buddy. 2018, Georgian Representative James Spencer resigned after being fooled into saying racial slurs on Sacha Baron Cohen's Who's America TV series.
How do you get duped into that?
I don't know. I don't know. Weak will.
Yeah.
Also in 2018, the party of former cricketer Imran Khan, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI), won the most votes by not a majority in Pakistan general election, which are marred by violence and a bomb that killed 31 people. What the hell?
I
Cricketer.
Cricketer? Is that the game cricket?
Yeah, cricketer, and he became a prime minister of Pakistan. So
they play cricket in Pakistan?
Apparently. Well, it wasn't also... No, Pakistan was part of India, remember?
Yeah.
And India was part of Britain.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened.
Okay.
Just they're the third generation country now.
Well, they've broken off.
Yeah. But they're in an area that used to be, you know, the British colony. You know.
Well, still in dispute is the border up there between India and Pakistan.
Yeah. Before we move on to
They both have nukes.
So does Israel.
And threaten to use them.
So does North Korea and China and Russia and Israel. France not so much. The UK I don't know. Us I don't know anymore. So.
As far as nukes?
As far as using them.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if Joe Biden will confuse the nuke launch button for the, you know, call a nurse button. You know, at this point, I don't know. Were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most today?
Well, yeah. Stepping on the Magna Carta was a biggie, making money stamping.
Yeah.
You know, that's huge.
Yeah, that is a statement. Like.
That's ballsy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd have to agree. Like that's the article of the day. You know?
Yeah. Making your money. Can you believe that?
Jeez.
Wow.
Anyway, moving on into births, we have Henry Knox, born on this date in 1750. He was an American general for the Continental Army, which later became the U.S. Army, as we spoke about earlier. And he was the first Secretary of War, serving from 1785 through 94. He was born in Boston, Massachusetts Bay, dying in 1806.
Didn't he start Knott's Berry Farm? They didn't mention that. Different guy?
No, that's Knott's. This is Knox. So if anything, this guy has something to do with the gold depository.
Oh, there, you're probably right.
Yeah, Fort Knox.
Yeah.
Which, Fort Knox is not the name of the gold depository. It's the military base that the depository was built inside of.
Yeah, yeah.
The actual name of the building is the U.S. Federal Gold Depository. You know, it's a misnomer calling it Fort Knox because it's located inside Fort Knox.
Yeah.
So you know, it just to get to it, you have
got
to
be named after Fort Knox for sure.
I mean, like, you know, like, this is how imposing it is. You know, like, it you know, we all know about the security measures and all this stuff, but just to get to it, you have to break into a military base. Like that's insane.
The question is it empty?
No. Well, yes. It's not empty of people, but it's empty of gold.
Of gold.
So, yes.
What I'm referring to.
Yes, then most definitely it is.
Well, I don't know about most definitely, but
Well,
it's a question.
You know, if they have it, I don't know why they don't flaunt it. You know? Like, it's not like showing images of it is going to inspire anybody, you know, anymore to try to break into it, other than validating that something is there. But, you know, it's impossible. You know?
A lot of countries, was it World War I or II? They shipped their gold here
It
to
was
Fort Knox for security.
Not just gold, but like the crown jewels and stuff, like, you know, Norway and Sweden's, you know, royal, you know,
Is that the first
artifacts.
or second war they did that?
Second.
That's what I saw.
Yeah, that was when, you know, Germany was really starting getting crazy. Poland fell, and everybody's just like, okay, send everything to the United States.
Yeah.
But did you know there's another place even more secure than Fort Knox,
Really?
and it's under the Federal Bank in New York City. Yeah, there's a huge gold depository under there.
I don't know how it could be more secure than Fort Knox when you got
Because it's
when you got
underground.
Fort Knox around it.
But it's underground.
Doesn't matter. I mean, Fort Knox around it.
Yeah, but okay. First off, yeah, you have Fort Knox around it and all that stuff, and that's military and all that stuff. But you have something in public. You have, like, you know, you can't do a heist in public like that. You know, it's, you know, to break in, you have to break in from street level or something, or find some way to go underground and tunnel. But with all the stuff underground in New York, you know, and a lot of those things you can't just get the blueprints to what's under the ground.
Oh, I get it. It's
So-
got to be very secure. I get all
Yeah.
that, but more secure than Fort Knox? Hard to imagine.
Definitely. Plus, well, I don't know, like, you know, well,
What happened if you bomb Fort Knox? China sends a missile over there and bombs Fort Knox.
or Russia.
Or anybody.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back into births here. For 1844, we have Thomas Eakins, was an American artist born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, dying in 1916. And we have Arthur Balfour, 1848, British Prime Minister for the Conservative Party from 1902 through 105, and the Foreign Security of the Balfour Declaration, born in Whittingham House, East Lothian, Scotland, dying in 1930. Some of these names are just crazy.
Yeah.
Then we have Davidson Black, born on this date in 1884, a Canadian paleoanthropologist and doctor of anatomy who identified Peking Man, born in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, dying in 1934. Peking Man, that sounds familiar.
What a weird looking guy.
Where'd he go? Yeah. Well, he looked like a scientist.
Yeah.
You know? But the Peking Man. Okay, this.
Oh.
He's peeking,
Yeah.
I guess. Or...
Skull structure.
Yeah. Yeah. We have Gavrilo Princip, born in 1894. He was a Bosnian Serb assassin of Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Oh, this motherfucker. Born in Ovija, Bosnia, dying in 1918. This is the guy who started World War I and by extension World War II. This piece of shit.
Yeah.
And look at him. Like, he looks all tired and stuff, you know. Maybe he was just a disgruntled worker. I don't know.
I don't know.
Treat your employees well, people. Lest they start World War III, you know, I don't know. 1914, we have Woody Strode, is a U.S. football end for the LA Rams and Calgary Stampeders. He was also an actor for Posse, Cotton Club, Vigilante, and Scream. Born in Los Angeles, California, dying in 1994. And we have Rosalind Franklin in 1920. She was an English chemist and co-discoverer of the structure of DNA, born in London, dying in 1958. So the double helix.
The unusual thing there in 1920, a woman chemist.
That's when she was born.
I know, but I'm saying that's not the year, but I mean in that era, it's unusual.
It's not as unusual as we think. Actually,
Really?
because we've been talking about how, like, you know, they're indoctrinating with all of our schools and colleges and everything.
Yeah.
My generation has been indoctrinated, and so is yours.
Oh yeah, no question.
No, but like, the thought of women never had any rights, women never had any of this, because they only report on things like women not having the right to vote, women not doing this, women not doing that. But when you step back and actually study history and look, women had a lot more rights and abilities and impact on society than we are giving them credit for.
I'm sure you're right. I'm thinking, and I may be incorrect in thinking this, but I'm just thinking of unusual for a woman, say in 1940, choosing a field of chemistry as your educational,
No, not at all.
So maybe not. Maybe
no.
I'm mistaken.
No, because that's a predisposed, belief taught to us.
Okay.
To make us believe, so that way to further enforce. Oh, we got to fight for women's rights.
Do you say that women chemists were common then?
Not common, but not as uncommon as believed.
Okay.
They weren't like a dime a dozen. They're still relatively rare, but in comparison, because it's all about the mind games. If you make people believe that women, that there wasn't as many as there actually were, then you validate the whole movement to give them more rights.
If they were suppressed.
Yes, but which they weren't. It's a straight up. They're
Some
always rewriting history. What are they doing now? They're burning books or toppling statues. What did they do back then? They just taught something differently.
The mere fact that we know women weren't allowed to vote till when, I'm not sure of the date, but it was very late.
Yeah, but just because they're not allowed to vote doesn't mean they're not allowed to do other things.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying that's a form of suppression right there. So
Yeah.
there was some suppression.
I'm not arguing that there wasn't.
Okay.
I'm just saying, the ideology that there wasn't, that women in chemistry is a rarity. Oh my God, no, that's a predisposition, a false one at that.
I'll go for that.
So, anyway, speaking of women and stuff, we have Estelle Getty in 1923. She was a U.S. actress for The Golden Girls and The Golden Piece. Born in New York City, New York, dying in 2008. Didn't she die yesterday? I think so. Let's open this up here. Estelle Getty died July 22nd, so she died 3 days ago.
Yeah,
Friday.
So, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, wow. So she died just 3 days before her birthday. That sucks.
Yeah.
That's tragic. That's almost, well, that's I don't know. Like publicly, that's almost as tragic as what happened with Betty White, because she died like a week before her 100th birthday.
Yeah.
But well, this is not her 100th birthday either. But still, I don't know. Well, it's unfair to gauge it anyway.
Yeah.
So
True, it is.
they're both tragedies. 1941, we have Emmett Till, is a U.S. lynching victim, or was a U.S. lynching victim. He was born in Chicago, Illinois, dying in 1955. Oh,
I remember this picture of him.
Dang.
From where, I don't know. But I just remember seeing this picture before.
Also in 1941, we have Nate Thurmond. He's a U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame forward, 7-time NBA All-Star. He was born in Akron, Ohio, dying in 2016. Dang. Looked like he was already going bald a little bit.
Yeah.
Who else was born on this date? Walter Payton.
Ooh,
That's a name that's kind of... Peyton Manning. That's where I'm remembering Peyton.
Yeah.
Born on this date in 1954, he was a U.S. Pro Football Hall of Fame running back for NFL Most Valuable Player in 1977, 9-time Pro Bowl, 5-time First Team All-Pro, and was on the Chicago Bears.
Died really young.
Born in Columbia, Mississippi in 1999. That's not really young. That's not old, but let's see here. 54 to 94, that's 40 years. 44. So that is fairly young.
Yeah.
So,
For an athlete and everything else?
Yeah. 1967, we have Matt LeBlanc, is a U.S. actor. Joey Tribbiani, Friends, born in Newton, Massachusetts. Never heard of this guy, but he kind of looks familiar.
That's the guy on Friends, isn't it?
Yeah, Joey, okay.
Yeah.
Joey Tribbiani on Friends. Okay, right there.
Yeah. Hello. Wow.
Yeah,
We missed that, didn't we?
Wow. We're both stupid. Well, at least I know where I get it from.
You earned it.
Moving on into deaths, we have Samuel Taylor Coleridge in 1834. He was a British romantic poet. Rhyme of Ancient Mariner, died of heart failure at the age of 61.
We may have to put this show in the death column today. I don't know the way we're going. We're dying.
Yeah. Well, we're all dying slowly every day.
True.
It's a one-way street.
Yeah.
1973, we have Louis St. Lawrence, died on this date. He was the 12th Prime Minister of Canada, died of natural causes at the age of 91. That's rare to see anymore nowadays. Natural causes, usually it's all some kind of defect, some kind of embolism, some kind of rupture, a murder,
Well, unless it's a murder or something, isn't whatever ruptures are, that's all natural.
Not necessarily. It could be chemically caused. We have so much chemicals and stuff in our bodies from the all the different vitamins, pills we take throughout the day, especially up in age.
But that's the life you choose, and then you die of natural causes. We're not saying what caused it.
Well, but if it just says natural causes, but there's been so many dies of heart failure, dies of heart complications, dies from this, dies from that. To actually use natural causes as a cause and not get into specifics is weird.
My point being, they're all natural causes. Hearts or lungs or
really depends.
Cancer. It's all natural.
Well, I guess burning to death would be natural too, wouldn't it?
Well, no, not to your body. That's from the outside.
But it is nature.
Yeah. It's natural to your body. That means inwardly something didn't work and you died.
Yeah, but it's just what I'm saying. What if what you're having a adverse reaction to one of your medications, and then that causes an embolism or anaphylactic shock, or something? Would that still be natural?
Sure.
It's something from the outside you're bringing in that's causing the problem.
We're not trying to cause the cause, so to speak. We're talking about a natural cause or an unnatural cause. Someone killed you or you burned in a fire is unnatural. An accident's unnatural. Within your body is natural. What you choose to do to it to cause that is another topic. He's thinking.
1997.
Got him thinking, folks.
Smoke's coming out. 1997, we lost Ben Hogan. He was a U.S. golfer, 9-time major title winner, U.S. Masters from 1951 and 53. Died of a stroke at the age of 84. Why is that not a natural cause? That's coming from within.
It's a natural cause. He died of a stroke.
But why is it not labeled natural cause?
I get what you're saying. Natural cause is unusual.
Why don't you just admit that I'm right?
Never.
God.
We debate the weirdest things.
I don't know if I'm taking after you or if you're taking after me or if it's a mixture of both. But something's happening and we're both becoming the same person.
I'm running for high
I'm becoming
ground.
my parent and my parent's becoming me. I don't know. This is some weird science fiction crap that's happening. My life. 2019, Beji Caid Esbizi was Tunisia's first freely elected president, serving from 2014 through 19. Died at the age of 92. So it sounds like he either died in office or shortly after, because he served till 19, and that's the same year he died.
Sure.
So. Actually, you know what? I can look this up.
People do die in office sometimes.
Did die in office. Let's see here. One of the world's oldest leaders. Well, it's just saying he died in the military hospital. It's not telling me if he died in office, and I'm not going to hunt it down. No. Anyway, then we have, last but not least, Olivia de Havilland died on this date in 2020. Just 2 years ago, she was a British U.S. Academy Award-winning actress, All the King's Men, The Adventures of Robin Hood, and Gone with the Wind, and The Heiress. Wow, died at 104.
Damn good.
Wow, that's a good run. And that's a good resume right there. I've never seen The Adventures of Robin Hood or All the King's Men, but Gone with the Wind is a good movie.
Yeah. Olivia de Havilland.
Yeah. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to everything OMNI Coalition. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
We made it. I'm Meat Cleaver.
What was the nickname I was thinking about giving you earlier?
Age or something.
Wisdom?
No, something about age or something like that.
I don't know. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. And until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon.